All right. So we're tracking some severe weather across Missouri right now near Lee Summit and Pleasant Hill. Pretty strong thunderstorm. Like I said, severe thunderstorm warning. 1 inch hail. Let's turn on. There we go. So, and we'll kill that. We'll go back over here. So we are starting to watch this severe weather. Oh, so I'm using a new microphone. Hopefully it sounds good. Uh, let's head over to. Let's see, I don't have that one on this screen. Go over here. And actually, we're good. We'll go back over here. We'll switch. And so active warning for Cass County, Jackson County, Johnson County, and Lafayette. Until 6:30. Oh, I don't want that one. There we go. Sorry. Didn't see that the green screen was on. So let's get this shared out. So not really seeing much. A little bit of rotation with it, but it's so close to the Doppler in Pleasant Hill. But mainly looking at the hill right over Lee Summit and Lake Latanawana, kind of in rural area. I mean, you can see there's some houses and stuff in through here, but mainly the main threat. Wish there was another Doppler to use. We'll go back over. I have a little bit of another cell trying to form right behind it. But this is just the marginal risk. If we zoom out, still pretty warm. Uh, we You can see the dry air starting to move in. So using the water vapor imagery, you can see there's a good plume of moisture coming up off the Gulf, coming right in. A little bit of dry air coming in with it as well. But with that, really nowhere ahead of it. Maybe Odisha. But it's not popping up any of the other stuff. So it's heading right in that direction. It normally pops up the times with it, but for some reason it's not doing it. Let's see. Wonder why it's not doing what it normally does. But definitely worth watching as these storms start to really initiate. This is a marginal risk. But I'm going to try to get that up and going as well. Multi-stream, that's what I wanted. Hope you guys are having a good day. Like I said, just trying to get everything worked out here. So let's see. Looking at right here. Not going to do it, I bet. There we go. Just took it a second. As this cell continues to move off, places like Higgins and Odisha, Mayview, this storm will come and move off to the northeast. There we go. So as you can see right here, severe thunderstorm warning until 6:30, moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. 1-inch hail's been reported with it, and wind gusts greater than 50 miles an hour. Have this another cell trying to form right here, right behind it, as all this will continue to move off to the northeast. But we'll continue to monitor this for some more severe weather right in this area. That's the center of the cell with the heaviest hail. As you can see, switching over, as it moves away from the Doppler, we'll be able to see be a lot more accurate. And we'll come over here. As you can see, right in here is the center, but that's where the Doppler is, so it doesn't detect everything because of the shadow effect. That's why there's a ring, because it's a shadow. So it won't pick up everything until it starts moving away. So the biggest hail core is right here as it continues to move off to the northeast until 6:30. So even that is even this one is saying half-inch hail. So that's the difference between the two. A lot of warm air ahead of it. I mean, you can see just the temperatures all the way around. You got 60s and 70s down here in Texas. Cold air coming on the back half with snow in Colorado and Utah. And then behind all that, we have the severe weather. So a lot of warm air right in this area to go with it. So if we look at the infrared, you can see the moisture right ahead with it. That's really going to get this stuff going. So zooming out, there's a lot of moisture right here with that. So that's really allowing, with this warm air that's right in this area, that's going to mix right along this boundary. We'll turn that on, off. So continue to monitor. Don't really expect any type of tornadoes, any type of severe weather with that. Mainly maybe some hail, some gusty winds, and that's about it. So there's about another 10 minutes left here on this warning. In 10 minutes, but more than likely it will be extended to this area as it continues to move off to the northeast. And that is moving at 30 miles an hour. But I definitely want to get that working, because it normally tells me the times right here. Once I hit the track, it will tell me the times that it will be arriving, but for some reason it's not doing it. So, so I will continue to monitor what's going on here, and I'm going to try to fix the display so everything works. This is in Missouri, so just to the southeast of Kansas City. So right here in this marginal risk for severe weather today, with some thunderstorms starting to initiate. So this one will expire in 8 minutes. And let's see. I'm going to try to find out why that's not working like it was. That kind of bugs me that that's not working right. Hmm. See why it's not working. Okay, not working there yet. Why? Nope, didn't work that time. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it to where this, because normally, right in this area, it will show the cities and the time. So I'm trying to figure out what I did to it that turned it off. Because it was working fine yesterday, and then I was editing a bunch. Because there were maybe that. It was working fine yesterday, and then I turned off a bunch of stuff that I didn't want. So now I'm trying to figure out what I turned off that had that done. I'm pretty sure it has to do with, because before I had it and it would show the user interface, and I didn't want it to show the interface, so I turned it off, and then now uh, if I restore it, I'll probably have to go through and start turning everything off again. So this is currently in Missouri. So starting to see some storms pop up. Trying to, let's see. Yeah, it's, for some reason it's not very consistent. Map legend. And I'm not sure why. I wish it was more accurate, but So, well, I'm gonna try and play with this real quick, and we'll be right back. my one microphone died. It's brand new, so anyway. I don't know why, let's see, Mike, I don't know why it's hard to find me on YouTube. From what I know, it's usually pretty easy to find me, but I reset stuff and now this is working up here, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to try to get it to figure out here. But so, like I said, current severe thunderstorm warning was continued. Hail core's definitely getting bigger. And let's see. It's a good area rotation right on the south side here, just north of Lone Jack. So, like I said, just some heavy rain and hail, main threat. Not seeing anything anywhere else for a stronger threat. So, but I will continue to play around with this and see if I can get it to actually work right. Because I really want it to work right. That's the only way you have. That's. Yeah, like I said, I'm just starting out on YouTube a lot. Like I said, I'm streaming on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So there's the comments. I think it just has to do with the algorithm. The algorithm really doesn't pick me up as much as it normally does. So, but it's hard creating content and staying busy and everything. So sometimes the algorithm picks me up, other times it doesn't. So it's kind of 51, 50 another. So it looks like we're getting some hail reports from a National Weather Service employee, quarter size hail on the east side of Lee Summit. Media showing golf ball size hail in Greenwood area as this continues to move on. So and for some reason, zooming out, everything. That's weird. Now all my stuff's not working now. That kind of ticks me off. Yeah, I go around playing with stuff and then nothing works the way I want it to. And I'm not sure what I did to fix it. Oh, there's definitely a huge learning curve with WSV. That is definitely sure. There is a huge learning curve. Like using GR level 3 is so much easier, but I swear that the learning curve trying to learn a different, more professional software is crazy. So still seeing a pretty good hail core as this cell continues to stay on the strong side. As it's heading right toward Odessa, just to the, it'll pass just to the east of Bait City. Looks like some other thunderstorms trying to form along the side of it as well. Let's see if I can. Not seeing any severe thunderstorm watches or anything. So this is the marginal risk area. See if I can. See if I close it and bring it back up if it's different. For some reason, it's not working the way I want it to. So let's see. Maybe I can fix it right here. I think I figured it out. So let's see. I think I figured it out. See if it actually does work. And yeah, so That part's still not working. But see, then I go around playing with everything all over again. All right. So that part's still not working, but the temperatures and everything are working again. And it loaded my place files, which I'm not sure why it just loads the place files. And there we go. Anyway, yeah, I'm like I said, I'm still trying to get the used to it, but it has a lot of bugs. I will tell you that much. It has a ton of bugs that have to be worked out with it. Because it was working fine and then it doesn't work fine, and I don't know how this menu over here ended up working, but it wasn't that way before. So I think for now I'll leave that one off and I'll just use this one for now. But like I said, I'll figure it out. I had everything working perfect, and then I go and try to change stuff, but that's how it is. That's just how it works sometimes. You just play with too much stuff. Because at one point this was working, and then now this isn't working, then this works, and then that doesn't work. It's like, what the hell? It's very irritating. So, right when you think you had everything worked out the way you wanted it to, it's so irritating. Especially that this cell's just getting stronger. Looks like the hail core is just especially with some more thunderstorms trying to form. So, so very annoying because I don't even know what I did to make this pop up. that's that's the other part. When you don't know what's let's see. Seeing a little bit of rotation. I don't think I don't think this is going to go tornado warned, but it's definitely a strong thunderstorm. Two different hail cores. You got a hail core here, and then one off to the south. So it kind of looks like the cell's starting to split in two. Because it looks like one's going to head off this way and this one's heading off that way. So it almost looks like this cell is splitting. Because you have you're strong here, and then you're strong on this side. But yep, this is Missouri. Have a thunderstorm here by Centerview forming. Not severe at this time, but as everything is moving off to the northeast, I wish I could get that to work right. Let's see, that's that. On. And then that one. I did that. That's right. That's right. I could probably figure it out. And that one. Interface. And that was the sidebar. I could probably figure this out because I think I know what I did. Maybe. That was right here. Those aren't. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is really starting to bug me that I can't get. I just had everything perfect, and I was trying to get some of the other stuff to work right, and now I'm not able to get what I had. So I will figure it out. I guess what in the meantime I'll just stick with this. All right. I think I got it figured out this time. So, yeah, there we go. See, now everything's working the way it's supposed to. All right. We're back. This is a whole lot better now. So, we just need there. So that's what I was looking for. Looks like everything is how it's supposed to be. So that's how I was wanting it. All right. So, sorry guys. Had to uninstall the software and reinstall it. So, that being said, I do want to kill while I have a second. And that. All right. So this is a special weather statement for this cell. Not currently severe thunderstorm warned or tornado warned. This one still is severe thunderstorm warned. See, but that one, what the heck? Wasn't that one just working? Yeah. So this cell, so wonder why. Maybe it wasn't something that I did after all. So this one's right in Odessa right now. But it's not showing me. That's so weird that I click on it to see what it's doing, but it doesn't show me. But if I click on this one, everything pops up. That is so weird. That is so very weird. Very, very weird. And I don't have an answer for you. So it looks like this cell has dropped some quarter size hail and lone jack. Social media photo of what appears to be ping pong ball size hail. Golf ball size hail. So this cell is definitely getting stronger. If we look, you can still see some good size hail just right around Lake Lafayette right now. That is so weird that this one doesn't show the track, but if I click on this one, it shows me everything. That is so very weird. I don't get it. I don't get why this one works. This one works fine. But I come up to this one and it doesn't list the cities. That is so very weird. Must be a glitch. So this one is just a special weather statement. A strong thunderstorm will impact southeastern Neosho County through 7:45. Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm over Galesburg, or 6 miles southeast of Erie, moving east at 15. Penny-sized hail. And that's it with that one. We come back up to this one. Severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Lafayette County and northwestern Jefferson County until 7:30, which is another 15 minutes. This one is moving northeast at 25. Doppler saying 26 right now. Wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour and 1-inch hail being associated with this cell. Let's see if we can. That's weird. Weird, it doesn't let me pull up the velocity on here. But as I can, starting to see some more storms fire up right to the north. And what that is doing is because, and of course it's not going to do it. You can see the water vapor imagery. We have some moisture coming. We have dry, nice warm, dry air. Or I'll show you guys on this. Might be easier. So, see this nice dry air that comes all the way through. This is dry air. And then this moisture is coming and looping around. So that is what is going to cause all of this nice snow showers in Colorado, as all this will continue to move off toward Denver. Probably going to see close to about 1 foot of snow in the Mile High City due to the how much moisture is going to come over. But as we continue, seeing this one coming off, and then we have our severe thunderstorm right here. So you can see the big plume of moisture coming, and right where this is, we're getting the severe thunderstorm warning. Down here, with this one, this is in the dry air, but there's a lot of moisture in and around. So this is a convective cell that's forming right here. Right here we have our severe thunderstorm. And I don't know if this one will actually work now. But as it continues and moves off to the northeast at 26, ooh, don't want that one. So got just about, what, 10 minutes left for this one. So, and then, because that one, this one will expire at 5:30 my time. So that is 7:30. So this is my time. So, and I can see my watch is telling me right here. So it's 5:20. So this one is good for about another 10 minutes. Zooming out, this here is ground clutter. This isn't anything right here over Springfield, but a lot of moisture associated with that. And then we'll turn that one back off. Maybe. So just down here, now this one just went severe thunderstorm warned. And I don't know if it's going to pull up the statement. Severe thunderstorm warning. So the National Weather Service in Wichita has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Neosho County. And that is until 7:45. So that will be another 24 minutes. So this cell is moving off to the east at 15 miles an hour. So it's a slow mover. You can see right here, it's going to hit Parsons at 6:06. Chanute at about 6:27. So it's pretty much, that pretty much tells me that since this is so far out, that this isn't really, this is kind of a rural area for this cell. So we're not really going to be expecting a whole lot with it, because that's a half an hour away. As you can see from my time, it's 5:22. So this is my time in Pacific Daylight Time. So looking at these, that's about half an hour, a little over half an hour from Parsons as it continues to move off to the east. So here we have our marginal area, all right in this area. So that is our marginal risk for severe thunderstorms. It's about a 2 out of 5 when you get to severe weather. Do I think we'll see any tornadoes? Probably not. Could see a wall cloud, maybe just a brief funnel, but nothing that's going to be nothing that's really an imminent danger. The more danger is with the hail, and this cell is producing a lot of hail at this time. So just got a new severe thunderstorm warning that is now issued with this cell. So this one will go until 5:45. So this one is going to be discontinued. This is the new severe thunderstorm warning. So this cell is moving east at 23 miles an hour. Radar indicating hail about 1¼ inch thick. So it's pretty good diameter. It's about a golf ball, ping pong ball size hail, with the max wind gust about 60 miles an hour. So we'll continue to watch that. Maybe a special weather statement will be issued for this cell that's just now starting to form just off to the north, and that one as well is going to be continuing off to the east northeast. Especially now that the sun is just getting ready to set. The sun is at its lowest point, so there's a lot of fuel in this area right now, especially looking at the water vapor imagery. You can see the moisture that's right around this whole area right now. So zooming out, you can see it coming right out of Texas, flowing right up and around the low pressure that is right there. You can see over here in Oklahoma, it's all dry. This is dry air. So no moisture with it, but you can see it's starting to really wrap around with this cell right around. But if we zoomed out, you can see all the moisture here on the west coast coming up and around here, getting wrapped up around Denver and Salt Lake City. Some strong thunderstorms here and that have issued a few severe weather statements around Salt Lake City, Utah. Nothing severe, just out here is isolated chance. You can see the little watch right here. This is just saying, hey, there's like a 1% chance, if that. I mean, you might see some thunderstorms here, but not expected on the severe side, especially coming up just into eastern Oregon. A little bit of severe, or not severe, but some strong thunderstorms, probably some heavy downpours, maybe a little bit of snow. You can see some snow starting to mix in. That as these cells really start to move over your mountain ranges, they will produce snow, especially right in this area. This is a lot of mix. This is snow here, mixed snow, maybe a little bit of sleet moving in through Idaho. But the main thing that we're looking at, this right here is ground clutter. This isn't anything, don't pay attention to it. Everything is right here in this marginal risk. So where we do have this severe thunderstorm warning, which is about to expire, this one that comes down was just issued. So that's the one. Until 5:45 my time, which is 7:45 out in Missouri, where this cell is forming. So just to the southeast of Kansas City, and then just to the northeast of Kansas City, we have these ones that are really starting to pop right just to the northeast. So we'll continue to monitor these cells and bring you the latest as storm reports come in. But some good sized hail. If I switch over to the other Doppler, you can see the big hail core right with this cell. This is a big, huge hail core, probably producing, like I said, ping pong ball size hail. And then as you go out, the hail will get smaller and smaller. So this is like pea size, and this goes up to maybe penny size, and then maybe even a quarter here, and then the orange would probably be maybe $0.50, and then this is where the bigger hail will be associated with it. So got my new microphone, so the audio and everything is a whole lot better, but we'll have to see what happens. Gonna continue to watch these sell as it continues to move off. Not really seeing anything else. Let's see, let's check. A little bit of rotation here. You can see it's right where the reds and greens are, showing a little bit of area rotation, which will stay pretty close to the south of Odessa right here, but good area rotation. Maybe a small wall cloud right here. If I can put this marker on, we'll place a marker right here. We'll come over and look and see where that is associated. So you can see that's just to the outside of this hail core. The biggest stuff is right here. So that is just ahead of the hail core, because the area rotation is right there on that on that last Doppler. And we'll come over here and look at, yeah, that's probably an old view because it's way out here on this side. This is where everything is going to be. We can look and see if there's an update. So it's probably right in this area. See, now that that just updated. That's a pretty broad area rotation right here. But we'll have to continue to monitor at this time. It's not a threat. But we'll continue to watch it. Anyone that's in this severe thunderstorm warning area here in Missouri should at least get your car, put it in the carport, because there's some big, decent sized hail that's moving through with this that could do some damage. So there we go. Some big size hail right here. We'll move it this way so I can zoom in. Mainly looking pretty rural. Not really seeing a whole lot of houses here, especially if I change the opacity. And what is that? Yeah, it's pretty rural. Not really seeing any houses here show up. So looking like it's all pretty rural. Not thinking that it's going to affect a whole lot of people. Maybe a couple houses down here, but pretty rural area. So that's a good thing, because if this was starting to develop something, it would better that there's not a lot of people in that area. So we'll switch back to the other Doppler. So it looks like a new, that new? Oh. So it looks like this one, a new severe thunderstorm, because this now is starting to look like a training effect. This cell was going, now this one's moving just right to the back of it. I didn't really see that one pop up on the other Doppler. Yeah, see, now here it is. So just must have just popped up. So as this cell just formed right here, and moved on. This cell formed just to the back of it, so now it's a double, because you're gonna get hit by this one, and then after that you're gonna get hit by this cell as well. And let's see, let me switch that all out. I didn't want that. So well, it looks like I'm going to continue to monitor these severe storms. Like I said, it's marginal risk. Don't think that we're going to get a tornado warning out. You might see a brief tornado warning, but it won't be anything that's major. If anything does develop, it'd probably just be a small skinny rope, not anything devastating. And we'll continue, but we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, guys, welcome back. So, just while we were gone, a new severe thunderstorm warning had been issued for this cell. See, this one is doing the same thing. So, sorry, as this one continues to move off, you can see the storm track is still showing right in this area for Parsons. See, but wonder why that one doesn't show. So this is for Crawford County in southeastern Kansas. So until 8:15, which is another half an hour, a severe thunderstorm was located near Walnut, or 7 miles to the southeast of St. Paul, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Ping pong ball size hail was indicated, and that all that is Doppler indicated. So let's see. Locations include Pittsburgh, Frontenac, Gaillard, what is that? Or Gaillard, Arma, and Mulberry, Franklin, Arcadia, Walnut, Hepler, and just moving off in this area as it will continue to move off. So here's Gaillard and Arma in this cell. See? We'll just continue to move off to the northeast. And let's see, the middle cell is developing a meso. Must be for this one right here. So let's go over and look at the other Doppler. Let's look and see what rotation we have set up here. A little bit of sparse rotation. This cell mainly has the big area rotation with it. So more than likely, this is the one that's developing a mesocyclone. And especially if we look at the hail, you can see this is right where the thunderstorm is located. So, as this one will continue to move off to the northeast, it's just going to stay to the south of Higginsville and just continue to move off. Concordia is going to get hit by this in the next few minutes. Right here is Concordia. So as it continues to move off right to the north and should pass right just to the south of Alma. That's right here. But talking a lot. Anyway, I'm not really seeing a whole lot. Like I said, this whole area, we have a big moisture. This is a marginal risk for severe storms today. Tomorrow looks even better. Tomorrow, we're looking at a slight risk for severe storms right in the same area. And then the marginal comes up and all the way down through Oklahoma and into just the northern part of Texas. Looks like it's going to stay just to the outside of Arkansas. Might see a little bit of pop-up thunderstorms. Nothing that's going to be too severe. All the severe weather will probably be here in this darker green. And don't worry about this one right here is for what's going on right now. So, like I said, this is tomorrow's outlook for severe weather. Going to be looking right through here and northeastern Kansas, maybe southeastern Nebraska, and all of Missouri, especially the Kansas City area. And as we go into Thursday, you can see there's a big area of severe weather for Thursday, all the way through Iowa City, Iowa, up in here to Chicago, Illinois, back through Missouri, western part of Arkansas, just to the east, should stay outside of Oklahoma City, back here through Dallas and Killeen, Texas, which will also probably include parts of just to the north of Houston. Might see some little severe storms right outside this area, but the main area for severe weather, like I said, will be just in that yellow. More than likely, I have a feeling this is going to get upgraded for Thursday. This will probably be a moderate risk by Thursday. Right now, it's just a slight risk, but we'll continue to monitor this, especially being live right here on National Storm Center on Thursday. If you missed for tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow we'll be watching the same areas we're watching right now. It's a good area for slight risk of severe weather, right over the same areas that are getting hit right now. So not really seeing anything going outside of day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. So, but just over the next couple days, this whole area, as all this moisture comes around, will be affecting the parts of Tornado Alley. So right now, let's see. Right now, this is what we're watching. So just got a new severe thunderstorm warning issued right here with this cell that is just to the northeast of Kansas City. This line is continuing to move off. So the reason for all that is you got dry air to the south, you got dry air trying to move in, but look at all this moisture just wrapping around. And right where you have this cold moist air hitting this warm air, it's really starting to spark off these thunderstorms just right here outside of Missouri and even into the eastern part of Kansas. So you can see the cloud cover right in here. This is all your moisture. This is almost like a lone supercell. It is out there just by itself. So it has a lot of energy to work off of. And I'm not sure why all my temperatures and everything quit working. Let's see. Wonder why my temperatures. There we go. You can see a lot of the 70s and 80s right here through Texas, moving up into the 60s and even into the lower 70s right in here, with just some cooler air right off. So it's a big area for everything to work with. Dew points. Dew points are in the upper 50s right along this whole area, so some good moisture for everything to work with. Everywhere else, not really anything, especially low 40s, mid 40s, 30s down here. So dew points are really low, but the air is really primed in this area for severe weather, especially since the temps are in the upper 70s still. A little bit of wind associated with this cell. You can see the wind arrows. So I'm going to continue to watch as these cells continue to grow, especially down here into Kansas. As this continues, this cell right here is only moving at about 15 to 20 miles an hour, so it's a really slow mover. Let's see. But we'll continue to move off here just through the rural part of Kansas, eastern Kansas, before it moves into Missouri, sorry. Then come back up. So this cell is currently, in the next 4 minutes, we'll be hitting Excelsior Springs, and then once it hits Excelsior Springs, it will be about 20, almost a half an hour later before it hits Liberty, and then another half an hour you got Independence, and then move into Blue Springs, Chillicothe, and then Raytown, Lee Summit, about 9:44, Raymore, about 10:15, and Warrensburg, about 10:41. So Excelsior Springs will be right about 8 o'clock as it continues to move off here. So we'll continue to watch these severe thunderstorms as they move off. And we'll come over here and look at the hail cores. Appreciate Margie. Looked like Margie just liked the stream. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Here's the severe storm off to the north as it continues to move off. We'll look and see a little bit of rotation right here. Nothing getting too organized, but there is a little bit of rotation with this cell. More rotation here with this cell to the south of it, but not tornado warned or anything at this time, but just a little bit of rotation in the clouds. Doesn't look like it's getting severe. If we come back down, now that that is rotation. You can see that the last view was showing some rotation right on the southern end of this cell. Currently still picking up just a little bit because there's nothing around with it. More than likely, I would say this cell will probably go tornado warned probably in the next 10-15 minutes as it continues to move off to the northeast at 20 miles an hour. As you look right here, it says 20 miles an hour. So if I look, not really seeing anything where not really seeing anything for like a debris ball. Normally, if there was a debris ball in this area with the rotation, it would pick up on Doppler. Not seeing it. We can switch Dopplers maybe. Maybe there's another Doppler right here we can switch to, get a better look at the cell. And let's see. Looks like the closest one. We'll pull this one. So Doppler indicating, but we're just so far away. That's the hard part. Is you can't really get a good view of what's going on with the cell. So like this one's indicating rotation right on that southern edge, but the Dopplers are so far away it's not that accurate. That's the problem. I mean, if there was a Doppler that was like right in this area and we're looking right at the cell, but when you're looking so far away, it's just not as accurate. Even though you can see the massive amount of convection, so the rotation would be right on the southern edge. We can look and see what we can look for on the hail core. So it looks like the biggest hail is going to be right off. Let's see if I can, oops. We'll pull up the, yeah, see, even using that Doppler, it's the one that the one that the Doppler is wanting us to use. You can see it's really just a small amount of hail, but that will change depending on which Doppler that you use, because like I said, it's just so far away. You're not getting that accurate reading on it. More than likely, this will be the next cell that goes severe thunderstorm warned. This one right here, it's already showing a big hail core with it. It's moving off to the northeast, and that is pretty close to ping pong, maybe $half size hail right there with this cell. So and the one off to the north, this is the biggest hail. This is definitely golf ball to ping pong. You got the whites and the grays. This is a nasty hail core. And look, you can see a little bit of area rotation right here, right around with that, right where that biggest hail core is. So could be the cells starting to get a little bit more organized, especially with what the temps are. There's a lot of moisture and a lot of fuel for these cells to really get going. But at this point, it's just a severe thunderstorm warning. So looking over here, you can see this, the way this cell's moving off. We've got some times right here that these cells are going to start, especially this main cluster right here. And like I said, the cell that's affecting Missouri City and just outside of Excelsior Springs, this is going to start moving up in the same direction with this cell. So this severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to expire. I think that it will be reissued, especially since some of these reports are coming in nickel and quarter size hail falling right here with this cell. If we come back right here to this report, nickel and quarter, that's what this cell, as this line right here passed. And then NWS employee had doesn't really say the size, 1 inch, just over 1 inch in diameter, as this cell was coming through right up here. But there is a ton of hail reports. I mean, each one of these is a hail report. So that is the main threat, is the hail. And let's look at this. Train spotter, just over 1 inch hail with this cell is being reported. And then almost 1 inch hail right here on this back spot. So this one was almost 1 inch. This one right here is over 1 inch. So this cell is really starting to get its act together as it moves off. So it will head, here's the border right here. This is the border of Kansas and Missouri's on this side. This is Missouri. So this cell is going to continue to move off. Looks like it will impact Liberal and Sheldon and even Lamar. It will stay to the north of Jasper, but Pittsburgh right here looks like it's going to hit Pittsburgh with some decent sized hail just off this south part of the cell. And that's looking like about it for right now. I mean, a lot of severe weather here, just still to the northeast of Kansas City. Here's Kansas City. Got some good sized storms just moving off here. And this line was severe thunderstorm warned. It is now not, but you can still see a lot of bright reds, a lot of convection still with this whole line. So more than likely, it will probably go back to be severe thunderstorm warned as soon as, I don't know, maybe in 5-10 minutes, maybe less than that. Oh. Any hail or tornado tomorrow? Probably we'll have a good chance for decent size hail. tomorrow. Coming out, and let's pull up. So tomorrow, you can see this is the slight risk for severe storms tomorrow, then surrounded by a marginal risk, which goes all the way down in through Oklahoma, including Oklahoma City. Probably will stay just to the outside of El Reno area, and we can check that out. So you can see Yukon and Calumet right here, goes up in through Kingfisher and Guthrie. That will include Tulsa and going right in through Centerton. Actually. So, and that will also include Joplin, Missouri, and moving up in for, you know, kind of like what it is now. You might see a little severe thunderstorm, but the impacts look like the same areas that are getting hit right now. This will be a same target for more severe storms tomorrow. And, you know, that will also include just the southern part of Nebraska, the northeastern part of Kansas, and back in through Missouri as well. Looking at Thursday, Thursday's the big day because Thursday is also a chance for severe weather, but it will include Iowa, it will include Illinois, back here through Missouri, including Arkansas and Oklahoma and Texas. So this whole area, I think, will be upgraded almost to a moderate risk by Thursday. So definitely going to have our work cut out for us here watching for severe weather come Thursday. And Friday, at this point, doesn't look like any severe weather. More than likely, it will include maybe parts of Illinois and Indiana, maybe Ohio coming back down through Kentucky and Tennessee, maybe coming down in through Mississippi and Alabama. We'll have to watch as this front continues to move from Thursday. We'll come back. So here's Thursday. So Friday, it will continue to move. At this point, the models aren't really that accurate at this point, especially looking toward Friday. But more than likely, we'll probably see some around Mayfield and Memphis and maybe even into Indiana come Friday. But at this point, Thursday looks like it's going to be the severe day from Texas all the way up here to Illinois. So Thursday will be the big day. But tomorrow, not so bad tomorrow. But you'll see tomorrow there's still that good chance for places that are seeing storms right now, that places that are getting hit, like this cell right here, this is all what's going on right now. Now, this is not tomorrow. The yellow is for tomorrow. The green is for tomorrow. But all the cells that are right in this area, that is what's going on at this present time. So we'll come back to day one, which is current. Just marginal risk for severe weather today, with some strong thunderstorms that are still across Missouri and this cell that's just moving out of eastern Kansas and into Missouri. The severe thunderstorm warning has been continued and down a little bit further than the previous one. And let's see what the let's see, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Cherokee County in southeastern Kansas and Crawford County in southeastern Kansas until 8:45. So that is another 35 minutes. A severe thunderstorm located near Cherokee was moving east at 25 miles an hour, half dollar size hail, and that is radar indicated. So that's going to come in effect. Here's Cherokee right here. It's going to come in and move right in through Pittsburgh and right up through Frontenac. Might get down here to Weir. It's included, but as I said, this is going to move off here. So you can see the deep core with this cell. This is deep convection right here. More than likely, we'll probably see a small wall cloud with this cell. And we'll switch over and see if there is a... Yeah, see? Radar indicating rotation right on that southeastern, or right on the south side of that cell. Radar really liking and showing rotation right here. So more than likely there is going to be a wall cloud, something with this cell, as this could go tornado warned. Let's look and see if there's any type of might have some debris, a little bit of debris right in this area. Doppler can't see what's going on, so it can't show, it can't dictate what it is. It sees something in the air, but I would say this is a debris ball, especially because you can see the different colors here, and then it varies right on this southern side. So I would say this is probably debris in the air, especially with the greens and the blues. That means that Doppler is not able to see what's in the air. So that could be debris. We'll see. We'll be able to see in the next couple frames as this continues to move off. You'll probably start seeing some of these reds coming on the backside, and these greens will continue to move off. If you see this green and blues continuing with red coming on the backside, that is clear indication that that is a debris ball. But more than likely, I would say that's a debris ball. Just right here, right where radar indicating rotation, I would say that's probably debris right there. And let's go back to the other view. Yeah, you can see right in here, you can see the reds and the greens touching right on that southern part. If we go and look at Doppler, it's already moving off. So, which means that the next one is going to update here in just a few seconds. This one is going to update in 31 seconds. So we'll go back over to the rotation. This one's going to update in 45 seconds right here. Tells you that it's about to update and get the new. So I actually want to come over to this one. Because this one's going to update in 30 seconds. You can see it right here in the corner. So it's going to update. I want to see what that view looks like. Let me see what. Let's see. Yeah, you can still see the debris ball right on that southern side. And let's look. And let's see. Let's pull up. Let's pull up radar scope. See what radar scope says. It's always good to have multiple sources. And we're going to come here to the warning window. We're going to come here to Kansas. And from there, we're going to look at the velocity. And we'll pull up. So, some good rotation. You can definitely see the rotation right around this whole area. So, definitely some rotation with this southern cell. But like I said, Doppler indicating rotation. You got the rotation symbol right here. And if you look right on this southern side, which is right here, see, not really seeing it anymore. Some heavy precip, but not really all that organized. As the Doppler just updated, it's very weak. It's not as organized as it once was. But we'll move out of that one. I'll close that down. You can see the colors are starting to change. So this Doppler is still indicating that it sees something in the air, but it can't quite figure out what it is. So could be, and this whole area looks pretty.
Alright, well, my nice little microphone's died. So I'll have to put these on the charger real quick. So, let me grab, hold on one second. Let me find out where I did. Oh, there's the, have to put these on the charger because apparently they're dead. So. They really don't hold that long of a charge, but like I said, I just took them out and was playing with them. But let's see. Alright. So this severe thunderstorm warning has now been continued to right in here. So this one will continue to move off. Still have the one off to the north of Kansas City. This one is moving more off to the east northeast, as well as this one right here that's more moving off, also off to the northeast. So I just got that one that just updated. And pull up the storm track. So this one's currently moving right off to the northeast. You have the really strong, tall cloud tops right here. This is what's producing the biggest size hail, as this one will continue to move off. This is in Missouri. I know maybe some of you guys are wondering where it was. So, not really seeing. If you have any questions or comments, I can definitely take your any type of question. This cell still producing some good sized hail right across southeastern Kansas, as it's about to move into, this is the border of Kansas and Missouri. So this one still producing some big size hail, has some rotation, as it is the only one out here. So especially as this cell continues to move off, you can see this one right here is producing on this marker, it is 1 inch hail. And then this one, so this one is right about $half size right on this cell. So started over here by St. Paul, has it was starting to move more off to the east, and now it's starting to drop down southeast. So it was like this, now it's starting to drop and head more southeast than it was. Looking at the storm track, you can see it's heading right for Waco, right on the border. And it's currently over Cherokee right now. Here's Cherokee. So we're going to see some big hail reports come out with this cell, especially right in this area. This is probably going to be close to ping pong ball size hail with this cell. then it comes really close to Asbury as it moves off, and then not really seeing a whole lot of lightning strikes with this one. My Doppler isn't picking up lightning for some reason. It might, let's see, this one might pick up. Let's see, I wonder why my lightning isn't working. I can normally always see lightning, but for some reason, the lightning isn't showing up. I mean, you can see old strikes. This is over the last 20 minutes. Some good amount of lightning out with this, but it, depending on which Doppler, if it's an older Doppler, the newer lightning detection stuff with this software doesn't work as good. So, especially some good lightning strikes over the last 20 minutes. So, let's look. That's over the last hour, last 40 minutes. So, still a lot of good lightning strikes out there. But, let's look and see. A little bit of rotation with these cells. Not a whole lot, especially as we look off over here. Just looking for anything. The one that had the most rotation was one down here in Kansas, but now you can see it's not what it once was, because before it was showing a little bit of a debris ball, but that debris ball hasn't really done anything since. So, and we can look. Yeah, see, it still shows a little bit that what it thinks is a debris ball right around the southern, but it's just the positioning of that Doppler. So I wouldn't be too, especially because there's a storm chaser right here. So if this storm chaser saw something that looked like a tornado, this would be tornado warned. So seeing some good chasers out in the area with this cell, especially here on the outside. There's a lot of chaser dots with it. So especially right here in this core, there's one right here, right where it's indicating. So there's the new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. So, as it just popped up. So pretty good areas of convection here with this cell. Like I said, 1 inch hail. A lot more activity here to the north and just around Kansas City. So, well, I know my microphone's over there, so the microphone might sound a little bit weird from earlier because I did have one on me, but that one died, so I'm using the microphone over here. So, I'm gonna take a short break, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay. So, we're back here and looking at these cells close to Joplin as they continue to move off to the southeast. Local fire department reporting 1-inch size hail. And the fire department here is almost 1 inch with this cell. And that is just right outside of Cherokee, Kansas. Here's the state line. As it continues to move off to the southeast. So severe thunderstorm warning, which will expire in, let's see, another 45 minutes almost. Yeah, about 45 minutes. So 1¼ inch size hail being observed, radar indicating that is the threat, and gusts about 50 miles an hour as well is also the main threat with this cell. Pretty good size area, marginal risk of severe weather for today. Have some severe thunderstorm warnings here as well. Oops. So this one will go until another hour. This one's an hour. This one's about an hour as well. And this one, it's only good, this small little one's only good for about another 10 minutes before it expires. But you can see the hail is right about an inch to almost 2 inches with this one. This one almost 2 inch in diameter size hail. So it's pretty good size hail coming off these cells. Let's see, refresh. Appreciate you guys that are tuning in. Like I said, just trying to stay up with all these cells. Can do a little bit of what's expected for tomorrow. Big area. A slight risk, which could always be upgraded to enhanced by tomorrow. By seeing all these storms that are firing up now, it's only going to get, that moisture is just only going to be there for tomorrow as well. So tomorrow there's a slight risk, which I think will be an enhanced risk, especially around Kansas City, and maybe even as far down as I don't think it'll reach Joplin down here, but definitely around Kansas City area, Topeka, Kansas, maybe even up to Nebraska City as well for tomorrow. Thursday is the big day. We look at Thursday. Thursday is Illinois, Iowa, coming back through Missouri, Fort Smith, Arkansas, Clinton, Little Rock, Texarkana, just to the outside of Oklahoma City, but that will include Tulsa, and coming down just to the outside of Wichita Falls, Texas, coming down through Waco, Dallas, Tyler. That will include College City, and just right out, just to the north of Austin. So Thursday will be a big weather day. You have marginal risk of severe weather coming up through Mayfield and Murray, coming up through Paducah, including southern Illinois and western Indiana. Could go up even into Wisconsin and Minnesota. So we'll have to watch what severe weather starts on Thursday, as it's a pretty big area for severe weather come Thursday. But today, this is ground clutter. Don't pay any attention to this. That's just ground clutter. Today, we're looking at the Kansas City area, a couple severe thunderstorms here just to the east of Kansas City, along, I believe that's Interstate, that's 40, this is 30, this is I-30 going through Kansas City. Before my Doppler was showing the highway maps with it, so why it's not doing it now. Down here to the south in southeastern Kansas, we have a strong thunderstorm that's moving toward Joplin, Missouri right now. This is the corner of Joplin. So, some good size hail, 1 inch in diameter, being reported with this from the local fire department. But pretty good size. Now we're starting to see some cells fire up here near Adrian and south, I guess that would be kind of south central Illinois, or sorry, Missouri. Pull up the other Doppler. And so Bates County is starting to see one pop up, which is starting to form. That's right here by, like I said, here's Adrian. More than likely, this will go severe thunderstorm warned here pretty quick. And then we have our severe thunderstorms. A little bit of rotation being observed by Doppler with this cell. Currently still have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings for Missouri, and then still have that one in southeastern Kansas as well. And the reason that we're seeing that is you can see temperatures here are almost still near, right where this cell's popping up, still almost 70 degrees. 68 degrees. With a dew point of 52. So winds are about 10 miles an hour with gusts of 21. Real humidity is about 56%. So a lot of juice in the atmosphere, especially around here. Dew points are up near 50, around 46, but the temp's still 68. right here in the middle of this thunderstorm, it is dew points are in the 50s, so there's still a lot of good amount of my voice is super low. Yeah, let me bump up the mic a little bit. Hold on one sec. It might be a little bit better bumping up the mic. It's because the microphone's right over here. My other microphone died, so I'll bump up the mic a little bit so it picks up a little bit more volume. But like I said, just watching this area, a lot of moisture, still a lot of CAPE, which is what we look for as energy that's in the atmosphere, and that's what these cells are going on. It's the warm temperatures with high dew points. So let's see. Looking out across, you can still see it's pretty warm out across Texas and Oklahoma. If we go back, we'll look at the high water, the water vapor imagery. A lot of dry air, especially right where these fires were in the panhandle of Texas. And so you can see this dry air coming right through Texas, through eastern Oklahoma, in through Arkansas, and trying to get up where these cells are really starting to form. Especially the dry air right along Joplin, right where that severe thunderstorm is. You can see the nice dry air trying to come in, which is why, let's see if I can get a, it's not, right here. So it's 52-degree dew point, and it's 64 degrees. So that's that dry air mixing in with the moist air, and it's starting to really boom, especially along this line, especially where this cell's trying to form. You can see all the dry air moving on up. So a lot of warm, dry air here across Texas, moist air over Denver. Starting to see some snow showers really pick up here just outside of Grand Junction. And across 20. So I-20 runs right through this area. So that's where we're starting to see a lot of weather across 20. Snow showers around Denver and Laramie. Some snow trying to mix in here in the clouds, or in the higher mountain ranges above Salt Lake, and switching over right near Salt Lake, right along the mountains. Snow is switching from rain over to snow. A couple thunderstorms out here, so this will switch over to snow tonight. Start seeing a lot more snow showers up through Ogden and maybe even Birmingham City, Brigham City. For the West Coast, a couple little thunderstorms trying to fire up. It was a nice day, a lot of blue skies here in Northern California. Wasn't too bad, especially here in Butte County. A little bit of, has some moisture over the top of us, but it's just going to keep the temps down a little bit. Still in the upper 50s to low 60s here across the Sacramento Valley. Some snow showers in the mountains near Wenatchee and heading toward central Washington down to Cascades. Centralia, some light rain around Centralia and Tenino. Same will be for Chehalis, coming across Aberdeen. Maybe some clouds, a little bit of showers off to your east of Aberdeen. Seattle, clear right now, but some showers coming across the Puget Sound into the area in Seattle. Some snow showers across Montana and northern Idaho. A little bit of snow. Some rain across Billings. Maybe a little thunderstorm trying to develop just to the north of Billings. And then we get into where the severe weather is. Here in southeastern Kansas, coming into just getting ready to cross the border here into Missouri, and have this thunderstorm that's really developing here right across this dry line. And let's see which one that. But for today, we'll continue that marginal risk for severe weather as these cells are starting to develop just to the north in the extreme northern part of Missouri, heading toward Peoria and Springfield. Might see some thunderstorms near Quincy tonight. Same for Rolla and Springfield. Clinton, you're probably going to see some thunderstorms here in the next 45 minutes or so, as this cell that is moving, continuing on. But went down the wrong pipe. What's Southern California? Mid-60s across the desert, inland near LA, seeing right about 59, 60 degree mark. All the water vapors just offshore, so valleys, Indio, Blythe, high desert, staying on the dry side, not a whole lot of moisture. 68, 67 across the desert coming in. Starting to get that marine layer coming in off the coast. San Diego might be seeing some high clouds as there's moisture coming in. Not seeing any rain with it, but staying on the dry side. Some light showers still over the Sierra Nevadas. Truckee, right around 32 degrees in Truckee. South Lake Tahoe, right about 34. So pretty warm out. It's about almost 46 degrees across Reno in Carson City. It's about 45. Let's see. Some snow falling across eastern Nevada, coming into Salt Lake area. I'm gonna see some snow moving into Albuquerque tomorrow. Probably can see pretty close to maybe about 6 inches, maybe 8 inches in Albuquerque as this next front moves in. But $5 from... Hey, thank you, appreciate that. The really gonna have to watch the fire outlook, especially across the Santa Anas are really gonna start cranking up. Let's see. Let me look at. I have a fire map. Let me see if I can pull up the fire map. Let's see. Let's see. Fire map is Mezzo. That's that. I do have a nice fire map that I can see everything, but that's convection, that's that. Oh, we'll do it this way. So tomorrow, tomorrow's extreme fire danger. Actually, I don't like that at all. Let me pull it this way. There we go. That's better. So we have extreme fire danger across western parts of Oklahoma and the northern panhandle. Back where all those fires were going, have a good chance of new starts, but you have critical around that, especially with all this dry air that we're watching as so here's the water vapor. You can see this dry air. This is really playing a huge part in the fire danger across Texas and into Oklahoma. And as this, I'll put it into motion, you can see, we'll go into the let's go to the last 6 hours. So you can see the moisture coming in. And as this continues to move off, the fire danger will continue to get even worse, especially tomorrow. The worst time tomorrow will be high fire danger in and around Amarillo, as you can see just the plume of moisture coming in on the west coast. Could see some gusty winds around here, around Los Angeles and the Inner Valley tomorrow. especially around Blythe and Palm Springs and Indio. Could see some strong winds across there. Right now they're gusting about 28 miles an hour at current time. So about 28 right now in Indio. Coming across, we have really calm winds in the valley and outside of LA around Long Beach, about 3, 7. So light winds around the Chino Hills, but in the next couple of days could see an increase in fire danger across Southern California, especially into Arizona, because as soon as all this snow starts really melting, next month is pretty much the start of wildfire season across Arizona and New Mexico. But it's been so dry across Texas and Oklahoma that they've had a lot of wildfires. So a lot of resources from a bunch of states are all heading out to help with those huge wildfires that are across there. Coming back to the severe weather, a lot of hail, still 1 inch in diameter at fire departments across here. Fire department in Chicopee and right around Chicopee area, 1 inch diameter size hail. And coming up into the northern part of Missouri, this cell is now severe thunderstorm warned. So heading toward Harrisonville, Clinton, Warrensburg, Lee Summit again. Lee Summit's been seeing a lot of severe weather tonight. Same with Blue Springs, Raytown, Independence, Nevada, Liberty, and Excelsior Springs. So Harrisonville will see the storm in about 20 minutes, right about 9:30. And then Clinton will be just before 10 o'clock. Warrensburg will be about 10 after 10. Lee Summit about 12 after 10. Blue Springs right about 10:30. So we'll continue to watch these storms as they're still continuing to go across western Missouri. Tomorrow's severe weather, we will be looking at the same areas. Go figure, right? 2 days in a row. We'll be looking at Missouri in through Nebraska and Kansas. Could see some moderate to light severe weather across Oklahoma, Fort Smith, Hugo, up in through Tulsa, back near Joplin again, Wichita, Kansas, Salina, Kansas. Kansas City again has another threat for tomorrow. The biggest day will be Thursday. Severe weather coming all the way down across Dallas and Fort Worth, just to the outside of Oklahoma City. That includes Little Rock up through Kansas City, just to the west of Chicago. That includes Des Moines, Iowa. So Thursday will be a big day. I do suspect that this one will be upgraded to either an enhanced risk or even potentially a moderate risk come Thursday, as the dynamics really seem to be in place to really get the storms going with all that nice warm Gulf moisture coming off, and the cold front that we're seeing right here currently producing snow over Denver and Casper, Wyoming, up in through Utah. As this continues to move off to the east, it will really start to crank up with this warm air and the moisture and launch these severe storms. So this one has just been able to be extended. These cells are really going to be extended all night. There's just so much moisture and so much energy in the air. I mean, we're still looking at mid 60s here with dew points up near 50. That's just moisture. That moisture has just allowed so much energy in the atmosphere to really get going and to keep these storms going. And that's why we're seeing so much hail. It's just how much moisture and energy is in the air. Really surprised we haven't really seen any tornado warnings or anything. Some of these cells up here in the northern part of Missouri had a couple of strong updrafts and looked like they had a nice meso developing with. Not really seeing a whole lot with anything else. So but I will continue to monitor these storms. Like I said, if they have a tornado warning or something happens, you'll hear from us first. So this cell is going to pass just right outside of Joplin in the Carthage, Carl Junction area as it continues to move off to the southeast. Probably Diamond and Monet, probably start seeing it a little bit. Cassville later on tonight. Don't think it's going to hit Bentonville, but it's going to continue to just move off here to the southeast. These storms will continue to move off to the east northeast, but right now they're just hail producers. No tornadoes or anything else, just a lot of lightning and some decent sized hail.